Hey, what's up guys, it's Friends here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about whether it's worth it to sell your Crypto.com token, CRO, especially now that the price is at 70 cents and we have all these good news coming up. We know that Crypto.com has naming rights for UFC. We know that the upcoming Staples Center Arena is going to be converted into Crypto.com Arena worth $700 million for 20 years. So there's a lot of really positive news for Crypto.com. So in this video specifically, I want to address, especially for early investors like me that have bought Crypto.com token CROs when it was at 15 cents, 20 cents, 5 cents. So this video specifically is for you, especially if your cost basis in CRO is really low and you might be wondering in your head whether it's worth it to start selling off your CRO once we start to approach $1, $1.50, $2, whatever. And also, if you don't already have CRO, maybe you have zero CRO tokens in your bag, you know, this video might still be for you. It might still be very informative to watch. So definitely stay until the very end to watch the video and watch the analysis. Now, before we get started, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys give me a thumbs up below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, and also hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post my next video. All right, so let's get started. So before we move on to the actual analysis, let's first take a look at my profit taking targets for CRO. Now, for those of you that don't already know, this is in my Project Influencers Patreon folder. So if you want access to this as well as my Crypto.com analysis, you know, you can definitely check out my Patreon folder below and you can get access to all of my Patreon calculators. Okay, let's get started. So my conservative price for Crypto.com is $1.24. Now, this is actually not that difficult to achieve in my opinion, especially when we rallied last month in the month of November. We've pretty much breached right at about $1. So for me to say that Crypto.com can rally conservatively at $1.24, that is a pretty easy target in my opinion. So next target for me for Crypto.com is going to be $1.61. And finally, Moonboy target of $3.22. Now, I know my Moonboy target for some people might be even low because I've heard of targets as high as $10. But for me, I like to be conservative. My Crypto.com price target is based on price of Bitcoin consolidating around 100,000. So let's say Bitcoin were to go up to 150K or 200K. And then once we sell off in Bitcoin, a lot of that liquidity might go to Crypto.com and Ethereum and other altcoins. So based on that idea, I believe that the mid-range target of $1.61 and Moonboy target of $3.22 is still fairly reasonable and within reach in my opinion. So let's go ahead and move on to the analysis. So this analysis mainly benefits early investors in CRO tokens, especially if you've been buying CRO token back when it was at 2 cents, back at 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, whatever, 30 cents. And especially for those of you guys that have converted your MCO. Back in the day, we used to have MCO token, which we converted into now CRO token. MCO token doesn't exist anymore, and we got a bonus from that. So for those of you that have benefited from that, this analysis will definitely be for you. So this is going to be a 1 to 2 year analysis, whether it's worth it to sell your CRO in the coming bull market peak, whether that be in 2022 and, you know, unlikely, but could be 2023. Okay, so first question you have to ask yourself whether it's worth it or not to sell your CRO is, do you anticipate your portfolio to be above $500,000? Because to be honest, guys, again, you know, I'm not really a sponsor of CRO. CRO is not paying me any money, so I definitely want to benefit your bags. If it's worth it to sell your CRO, then it's worth it. You know, so in my opinion, if your portfolio is going to be well below $500,000, then it really might not be worth it to hodl. I would probably sell. So if I was a small crypto investor with like let's say $100,000, $200,000 portfolio at the peak is my expectation, then most likely I would probably just sell my CRO. I just don't see a benefit of holding it, especially if I don't anticipate my portfolio to be well above 500,000. So definitely answer that question yourself. Again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. If you want to hodl on CRO because you believe CRO is going to hit $10, then, you know, more power to you. I do believe CRO will hit $10 maybe in the next 5 or 10 years, but definitely, in my opinion, not in the 1 to 2 year time frame. Okay, so currently right now the earn maximum for green card holders, and then I believe the purple card is going to be 500,000. Let's actually show you guys that. So Crypto.com earn maximum, so you can just type that in the website and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So for those of you that have the green card and also the purple card, so right here, so for those of us that don't have the frosted rose gold or icy white, our earn max maximum is 500,000, meaning any amount above 500,000 will not generate yield. Okay, so our earn maximum is 500,000 unless we scale up to the rose gold icy white, in which we will achieve a $1 million earn maximum. And to do that, we have to contribute CRO, because right now, let's see if we have the CRO contributions here, so I can show you. Let me show you what is required for contributions. Okay, I think this should be the website here. Okay, so this is going to be based on dollar amount. So again, for most of us, we have the Royal Indigo and J Green card and below. So our earn maximum was 500,000, but we only had to contribute 4,000. So it's really not that bad. But for those of us that have the Rose Gold or Icy White, or maybe even a few of us, a very rare few of us that have the Obsidian, we have to contribute a lot of CRO in order to achieve these levels. So 40,000 and then 400,000. Again, we're going to talk about mainly this section right here for the frosted rose gold and icy white, because I assume a lot of us watching this video is not going to have a chance to achieve this Obsidian black card anytime soon. So I'm going to focus mainly on this category, whether it's going to be worth it to hodl and upgrade to the rose gold and icy white. So let's actually move on. So again, earn maximum 500,000 for us. So now this is going to be an important analysis. It's going to be, what is your expected portfolio amount at the peak? Now again, I don't really know when we're going to peak, whether that be in 2022 or 2023. But type in your expectations. Do you expect to peak? All right, again, this is going to be a very hard prediction, but use my profit taking targets here. I have my conservative, mid-range, and moon boy. Maybe you want to just type in the amount of tokens you have at my conservative price, or maybe if you want to be a little bit aggressive, you want to type in the amount of tokens you have at my mid-range price. You can definitely use my profit taking targets here on my Patreon page, and then use that to estimate your expected portfolio peak once we finish this bull run. So for me, I'm just going to estimate around 1M. It's 3 zeros. Okay, so as you guys can see here, if you expect a peak above 1M, it's really not going to matter. So let me show you. If I put 10M, let's add one more zero there. If I put 10M, it really doesn't matter. You're not going to get any benefit at all. You're not going to get any benefit at all above 1M. So really, the benefit you get stops at 1M. So if you put it 800,000, you're going to get some benefit there. So the max benefit you'll receive is once your portfolio hits the 1M mark. Okay, so the max benefit you'll receive is going to be $10,000. Okay, because the added benefit for upgrading to the Obsidian, or not the Obsidian, but the Rose Gold card, is you get an extra 2% yield on your earn. So whether Crypto.com decides to reduce their rates or not, you're still gonna get a 2% yield on top of everybody else. So let's say everybody else gets 5%. Let's say the stablecoin rates reduces down to 5% during the bear market. As a Rose Gold and Icy White card holder member, you're entitled to 2% above everybody else. So again, the added benefit is going to be that $10,000. Okay, max benefit. All right, so now the next important point in this calculator is the amount of CRO that you have right now in your possession. Now again, personally for me, I have 10,900 CRO in my possession, and this is the price of CRO. This is going to be automatically calculated. You don't have to do anything here. Pretty much anything that has a red mark above, like web or RX, that means it's automated. You don't have to do anything about that. I will update the web amounts, and then the RX will automatically update itself. So you only have to update the yellow amounts is what you have to look at and update. Okay, so based on my CRO tokens I have in my bags, 10,900 at the current price of 70 cents. The fair market value of my CRO is going to be 7,661. And again, my target price is going to be 40,000, which again is the tier that I need in order to achieve this rose gold and icy white. Okay, so based on my conservative targets, again, I got this from my profit taking target spreadsheet: $1.25, $1.63, and then $3.22. So I got this from my profit taking target spreadsheet. So we're going to just copy that over. Fair market value of my tokens once we achieve these targets is, once we achieve conservative target, I should achieve a $13,000 target, mid-range 17,000 fair market value, and finally moon boy 35,425. Now this column here is actually telling you how much additional contribution would you require once we achieve this target. So let's say right now I don't add any more CRO in my bags. I have 10,900, and the price of CRO were to achieve $1.25. So once that happens, the fair market value of my bags would be 13,625. So I would have to add out of my own pocket, whether that be selling Ethereum, Cardano, whatever cryptocurrency token I have, or maybe cash, whatever. I basically have to input an additional 26,325 if we were to achieve my conservative targets. Now at mid-range, mid-range, I would have to contribute 22,000 of capital additionally to hit that next tier at 40,000. And finally, if we hit my moon boy targets, I would still need to add 4,575 of additional collateral to achieve that moon boy price target. Okay, so now we are going to take a look at the difference from the added benefit. So let's actually assume that we only hit my conservative price target for CRO at $1.25. Really the added benefit is a loss for me, because the max benefit you'll ever achieve from this analysis is $10,000. So if we take $10,000 and subtract that by the contribution that I would require in order to move to the next tier, I would actually lose out on $16,375. Now, again, I know for most of us, I'm not taking into account the staking income that we get from CRO token, because if you stake CRO, you're getting staking income. And also, I'm not taking into account the Netflix, Spotify, and all that. But, in my opinion, guys, I think that this analysis is going to be very conservative, especially if you believe that we're going to enter a bear market. Imagine if we enter a bear market and CRO token were to retrace 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%. So all that staking income that you get from CRO, it's going to retrace 80, 90%. So why even factor that in if your income is going to retrace 90%? So why even factor it in? So in my opinion, it's not really beneficial to factor all the other benefits in, just because of the idea that we will enter another bear market. Okay, anyway, so based on my portfolio analysis here, I'm actually going to lose out money if we only hit conservative targets and I added capital, mid-range, and I added capital. The only way I'll make money out of this is if we were to hit my moon boy targets of $3.25. That's the only way I'll make some sort of benefit from adding more CRO in order to achieve that $40,000 tier. Okay, so again, this final column right here, column H, doesn't really apply to me because I don't really have an additional CRO token to sell. So what do I mean by that? So for some of us that have been in CRO now for a few months, we might be at the 25,000 CRO tier, because back then we actually required 25,000 CROs in order to achieve the green card. So for old CRO members, but not too old, but sort of the semi-experienced CRO members, you might be at this Royal Indigo J green card at the 25,000 CRO level. So you actually might have 25,000 CROs in your bag, or maybe more. You might have 26,000 if you haven't sold your staking income. You might have 26,000 CROs in your bag. So for those of you guys that have that, you'll see that once we actually achieve my mid-range target of $1.63, your fair value of your portfolio is going to be $42,380. Okay, so the minimum that you require in order to achieve the rose gold and icy white is 40,000. So what does that mean? Meaning you can pretty much upgrade for free. All right, you can upgrade for free. So pretty much you can, restake your CRO at that $40,000 range, and then the additional, which is going to be $2,380, you can sell that off to the market. You can sell that, pay your taxes, of course. So that's free money for you. So you can, number one, upgrade your card, and then number two, you get $2,380 of free money. And not only that, you get a $10,000 added benefit is at the 1M mark. Okay, so for those of you that have a lot of CRO right now in your bag, it actually might be beneficial for you to hold your CRO, especially if you believe that we can hit my mid-range target of $1.63. Now, really, one more crowd to take into consideration. If you do have a 26,000 CRO bag, and you only expect a portfolio of, let's say, I don't know, 250,000. Let's input that. So if you expect that portfolio, you're not going to get an added benefit of the 2%, because it really doesn't matter. I mean, with a $250,000 portfolio, you're allowed to have an earn account up to 500,000. So there's really no added benefit if your portfolio is quite small. So you're actually going to lose out on in terms of added benefit. And really the only benefit you'll have is you'll get to upgrade to the next tier. Let's say 26,000 coin CRO portfolio, and we were to hit my mid-range target. What I would do if I were you, if you really are bullish with CRO long-term and you do want to hodl, is I would probably just sell off the remaining 2,380. Or, if you want to play the bear market, and you believe that the price of CRO will go back down to 30 cents, 70 cents, wherever, then you could just sell off your whole whole bag. Again, it's not really up to me. That's really your own decision to make. This video is not financial advice. It's only my own analysis. Definitely do your own research. So again, as you guys can see here, if your portfolio really is not going to achieve the targets above 500,000, there's really no added benefit of upgrading your CRO token. So again, if that was me, if my portfolio was quite small, but I have a lot of CRO, I would most likely just sell my bags and not even worry about upgrading to this rose gold IC white. You'll have a chance to upgrade to this rose gold IC white once we enter a bear market sometime in 2023 or 2024. That's probably when I'll target this category, this $40,000 rose gold and IC white category. But again, if that was me and my portfolio was small, I would probably sell and just wait for the price of CRO to consolidate back down under $1, and then I would buy back in and then shoot for this rose gold and IC white. Again, that's just me. You guys can do whatever you want. All right, guys. So I think that pretty much covers it. Let me just change that to 1 million. All right. Again, if you don't already have a copy of my Project Influencers folder, you can definitely check out the link down below. It definitely helps the growth of my channel, and it helps me update more and more content. And also, if you don't already have Crypto.com wallet, the Crypto.com app, I definitely do recommend them as a platform. Now, I know I have a lot of my funds right now in Celsius just because they're more American friendly. They have more of the products such as earn loans. Okay, Crypto.com Americans don't have loans. So I'm mainly using Celsius right now, but for stable coins, I love to use Crypto.com because we get up to 12% on our stable coins, which is much higher than Celsius and BlockFi. So I love using Crypto.com when it comes to stable coins and generating a lot of yield in stable coins. And obviously my CRO tokens is going to be in CRO. So again, if you don't already have Crypto.com wallet, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys use my link down below. And also to access my Project Influencers folder, definitely check out my Patreon link down below. You can access any of my calculators in which I'm constantly adding. Pretty much if I think of something new, I add to this folder, and you can access any of this calculators, including the calculators that I've showed you guys in this video, this profit taking targets, and this should you sell CRO, especially for early investors. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't liked the video already, definitely give me a thumbs up below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, and also hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post my next video. Talk to you guys next time.